Well, good morning. Happy Thursday. Hope you guys are doing well. Sorry that we're not able to get ourselves outside for a park workout, but I know you guys know exactly what's going on with the weather and the fires and the smoke and all of that. I think we've only been able to get outside for one workout, so that's kind of a shame. So thank you for sticking with us and doing some of these indoor workouts, and hopefully we'll be back together indoors here sooner than later. I'm sure Jason will send you out some information along those lines to let you know where we're at with that. In the immediate future, of course, today is Thursday. Tomorrow morning I'll do a Facebook Live at 6:30, and then I'll post another workout on Saturday morning at some point for your weekend challenge. It'll be kind of a fun one. And then I'll do another Facebook Live on Monday at 6:30. And then we'll kind of take it one day at a time after that. So for today's workout, I thought it had been a longer time since I'd used this timer than it had been, but it's just been about 3 weeks, so sorry about that. But it's a good fun workout. 2-minute group sets, or 2-minute sets, I guess I should say. They're groups of 3 exercises each. Each grouping will last 2 minutes. Each exercise will last 40 seconds. There's no transition time from one exercise to the next. The only time you'll have to rest officially is the time it takes you to move from one exercise to the other. If you need to take some extra rest, by all means, do that. Today's workout will take just over 32 minutes, so there's no extra credit. 32 minutes is enough. Got 5 groups of exercises. We'll end up going through the sequence 2 times. We'll take a 45-second break in between each of the groups, so there's a little bit longer rest than normal for this particular timer. We'll start things off with our standard 4-exercise warm-up. We'll go through that 2 times. That's 30 seconds on with 5 seconds in between. No equipment needed for today. Doing some mountain climbers a little bit later on. If you want to add something to those, do that. I'm not going to do it on sliders today, even though that's my preferred mode. I'll do it just like most of you are doing it, without any equipment or anything like that. Notice no music again, trying to get this so I can record this and put it up on YouTube without any issues as far as licensing. So let me take one last sip of water here. As you hear the sound of silence, and I'll get the timer going, we'll start things off with alternating forward lunges in 3, 2, 1, and go. Hey, you actually said go this time. How about that? All right, so you're stepping forward, get that plant foot, go north-south with that, not too far forward, nice and easy. Get that back knee close to, but not necessarily touching the ground. We'll follow this with some jumping jacks, and then some butt kickers, and then some squat jacks. So it's actually a fairly high intensity warm-up, but take it slow this first time through. Jumping jacks, nice and slow and controlled. Again, for today's workout, if you need to take some extra breaks in between each of the exercises that we're doing, by all means do so. It'll be 15 different exercises all together. 5 groups of 3 exercises. 3, 2, 1. All right, butt kickers are next. That's basically a jog in place with a little overemphasis on that rear leg kick. Try and stretch out those quads a little bit, the hip flexors, and of course get the heart rate up just a little bit. You can also go low intensity, low impact with this, with the same principles. That overemphasized rear leg kick, activate those hamstrings as well. 3, 2, and 1. Next up, squat jacks. Wide squat position, up to a jumping jack and back on down. We'll go back through this sequence one more time. Coming up on 10. Five seconds. Nice job. All right, alternating forward lunges. Round number 2. Again, no equipment necessary for today. Want to crank up a little music in the background? By all means, do so. I'll do my best to keep you apprised of the timing of each exercise. Nice work. Jumping jacks, round number 2.
Ready? Go!
Now, during each one of those rounds, you'll hear the horn go off multiple times. That will be the signal to switch exercises. And don't worry, I'll let you know when it's time to rest. 5 seconds left here. Nice work. All right, butt kickers.
Ready?
Round number 2.
Go!
As always, take extra breaks if you need to. You can always pause this video at any time. I'll never know. 5 seconds. Good job. All right, squat jacks to wrap up warm up.
Go!
I gotta get the AC going in here a little bit. "45-second break coming up. 3, 2, and 1. All right, break, grab some water. We'll start things off as we have the last couple days workouts with some core work, kind of ease you into things. We'll start off with a high plank. That'll be up in that push-up position. Then we'll transition to a low plank from the forearms, and then we'll wrap it up with a hollow hold. Each of those positions we'll be holding for 40 seconds. And the transition time again between each exercise
Ready?
is 0.
Go!
All right, high plank position, push-up position. Keep your hips locked in. Try and get your hands directly underneath your shoulders. Now, if that gives you problems, you can always adjust and get to the point where your shoulders don't bother you. Keep your hips level. You can go wider with your feet. You can go narrow with your feet. Narrower is generally a more difficult position. You got 15 seconds to go here. Remember, we'll transition right away to a low plank. This workout's gonna go fast. 3, 2, 1. Immediate transition to a low plank. Take a few extra seconds if you need to in between. This is your workout. I want you to enjoy it. I don't want you to be comfortable. You do need to get yourselves to that uncomfortable state to make some progress. Pull your elbows in towards your midsection. Pull your midsection towards your elbows. Keep everything nice and tight. Keep the hips level. Head pointed down. 5 seconds left here. Hollow hold right away. That's now. Transition into that hollow hold. Got our next 45-second break coming up. So even though these are 2-minute sets, that seems like a long time each exercise. Breaking it up into 3 40-second sections makes it go a little bit faster mentally. At least that's my story. I'm going to stick to it. Got 5 seconds left here, 45-second break in 3, 2, 1, and break. Nice work. All right, next up, we're gonna pick up the pace just a little bit. We'll do some squats, air squats. If you wanna add some weight to the squats, by all means, go ahead. We'll do squats first, with or without weight. Jump squats after that. You can keep those as regular squats if you want to, and then we'll wrap up with an isometric hold, a squat hold for that third exercise. So some leg work coming up. We will do some more leg work a little bit later on. All right, so squats to start things off. Again, if you want to add weight to this exercise,
Ready?
by all means, go right ahead and do that. Talked about form cues last weekend for squats. When you come up to the top of that squat, resist that urge to tilt your hips forward. Do not do that. That puts extra stress on the lower part of your spine. Don't lock out your legs. Don't come up to this position. That generally will force this hip forward position. Don't do that. Stop just shy. Squeeze the glutes every time you come up. We're going to transition right away to jump squats in 3, 2, and 1. Right away into jump squats. Again, you can keep these as regular squats if you need to. You can pick up the pace with those. Exercise number 3 here will be a squat hold. Try and land as soft as you can right into that next squat, absorbing the shock with your muscles and not your joints. 5 seconds. Squat hold coming up. I'm gonna shake it out a little bit and then get into that hold. Again, keep your shoulders back, chest out, weight back in your heels. You're probably a little bit fatigued in the legs. If you're like me, resist that urge to be leaning forward. Don't put your hands on your legs. That's called cheating. I needed the break, so I took it. 15 seconds to go. Primarily upper body work coming up next. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Whew. Yeah, I felt that. Good job. All right, next up, we're doing mountain climbers and then rotating planks. We'll follow that up with some inchworms. So mountain climbers, if you have a floor, that'll work for you, and you can use some towels or washcloths or just your socks. Of course, that'll be a quick transition, trying to put shoes back on. If you have sliders, go ahead and use those. I'm gonna go without. Just for today. All right, mountain climbers, rotating planks, and then inchworms.
Ready? Go!
Nice steady pace, you don't need to sprint here. Try and keep your hips level. Don't drop down too low, but don't let them come up too high. If your wrists start to bother you, I always say, sit back on your legs a little bit more. Take some of that pressure off. It's an immediate transition to rotating planks. 3, 2, and 1. Side plank to side plank. Slow and controlled. Here, try and catch your breath. We'll finish things up with inchworms. And I'm gonna have you push the pace a little bit on those. A little bit of active recovery here. You're still working. This is not a break. Coming up on 10 seconds. 5 seconds. And inchworms. I'm going to start with the push-up and then walk it all the way back up to the standing position off screen. And that's how that goes. All right. And I think I'm in view. Not that you're necessarily watching me, you should be working. And here's your guide on this 3-hour tour. "45-second break coming up. Push the pace, guys, come on. Try and pick it up. Good job. All right, next up, a little more intensity. Once again, broad jump, this time with a bear crawl back. Then we'll do 2 sets of split squats. They'll be dynamic, moving split squats. Not jumping like we did yesterday with the jump lunges on the same side. Just a dynamic, split squat. But broad jump first, then down in that bear crawl position, back. You can also just step forward, squat, and then walk it back and repeat that process if you want to make this a little bit lower intensity, lower impact. Otherwise, jump, bear crawl back. Broad jump out, bear crawl back. Good work, guys. Halfway through this exercise. Switch gears coming up. I'm getting further and further away. 3, 2, and 1. All right, split squat position. Straight down and straight up. Shoulders back, chest out. Try and look straight ahead. Have that plant foot out in front, north-south, not wonky to one side or the other. Straight forward. Try and go down and straight up. See how close you can get that back knee to the ground without touching. Like a G6 there for a second. 5 seconds. We'll switch sides right away. All right, make that transition, other side, and get right into it. 45-second break coming up. Then we'll be doing our halfway set next, number 5, after this. 20 seconds left here. Hang in there. Keep your form together. Keep yourself focused. 3, 2, get the last one and done. All right, break. Next up, a little more intensity. Toe touching ups, followed by plank jacks, followed by burpees. And that'll bring us to the halfway mark of our main workout. Almost exactly halfway on the timer through this entire workout. Hang in there. Hopefully you got some good music going. Let me know what your choices were. All right, toe touching ups. Not warm-up pace, but not an all-out sprint either. A little bit quicker than normal though. Get those hips back and up, hips back and up. Low to the floor, high to the sky. Throw those hips back. Slight bend of the knees. You can take out the jump if you want to make this a little lower impact exercise. Try and keep the intensity there the whole time. We'll be down doing plank jacks after this. Five seconds. All right, plank jack, push up position, feet together, feet apart. Remember, there's no go. It's just an immediate go. wrap up the first half of our workout with burpees. Okay, get yourself right into it. And I'm saying that for my benefit too. As I said yesterday during extra credit, if you heard me, the struggle is real, even for me. A 45-second break coming up. 3, I got a break. 2 and 1. All right, grab some water. We're halfway through. We're gonna go through that sequence one more time, but if you know me, you know there's always a twist. Not a new twist, but it's a twist. We're gonna go back up in reverse order. So 5 to 1, we're gonna start off just how we finished with burpees. So everything we just did, reversed. So burpees, to start things off. Good news is, these will be out of the way. Keep pushing, guys. Do your best. 3 seconds. All right, right into plank jacks. Mine will be a little slower for a bit. Toe touching ups to wrap up our 6th group of exercises. That means when we're done here with this set, and you have 15 seconds left, we'll have 8 working minutes to go. 5 seconds. 3, 2. Ah, yeah. Feeling so good. All right, group number 7. Split squats first, 2 sets. And then our broad jump forward with the bear crawl backwards. You can pause this video at any time if you need to take some breaks. If you need to refer back to the description to figure out what's coming up next, you can always do that, print that out. Split squats to start things off. I'll go in the exact opposite order.
Go.
Starting with the side I finished up with the first time through. I actually remembered that. Pretty amazing. Halfway through, keep your form together. Fatigue is setting in. It's that old saying, fatigue makes cowards of us all. Be strong, you can do this. 3, 2, 1, shake it out, switch sides. Slow movement counts as movement. That's what I always say too. Just keep moving. Focus on your form. There I go again with my airplane impersonation. 20 seconds to go here. Try and catch your breath a little bit. I'm going to pick up the intensity with some broad jump forward and bear crawls back. Again, you can lessen the impact, lower the intensity, taking a jump out if you want to. 3, 2, and 1. All right, broad jump forward, bear crawl back. And it will literally be a crawl. Not much speed going on here from me. "15 seconds to go. Do your best. 45-second break coming up. 5 seconds. One more jump. Almost for me. All right, guys. 7 down. 3 to go. So that's 6 minutes left. We're back to our upper body work and some core work. Inchworms, rotating planks, followed by mountain climbers. All right, you got 15 seconds of rest left. Inchworms to start things off.
Ready? Go.
Steady pace here. If you need to, take the push-up out of the equation. Make it a speed walk up and come all the way up to the standing position and reset your body when you do come all the way back up. We'll have rotating planks after this. Five seconds left here. I'm gonna walk it out into that rotating plank position and get right into it. Again, keep yourself slow and controlled. Keep your form together. Be mindful to plant that hand and have it right underneath your shoulder. Protect yourself at all time. Halfway through this exercise, we've got mountain climbers next. And try and maintain a steady pace. When we get to 10 seconds, see if we can sprint it until the end. 3, 2, and 1. Let's get right into it. Mountain climbers. It was a little tougher this time than the first time. Halfway through it. Okay, try and pick it up if you can. Got a break coming. Come on. Come on. 3, 2, 1. That was a long one. Nice job. 8 down. 2 to go. That's 4 minutes of work left. We got one pretty intense one, and then the finisher will be that core work, which will be a nice way to transition into a cool down that you can do on your own. Starting off with the squat hold, then jump squats, and then regular squats with or without weight. Squat hold is first.
Ready? Go.
And we're under 4 minutes of work to go. You guys can do this. I know you can. My favorite leaf blower is going on outside. No matter, air quality is like a 200 plus, but hey, let's blow it all around anyway. Okay, I'll get off my soapbox now. We got jump squats next. That will keep me from saying much else. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Wasn't much of an explosion out of that squat hold position, but we'll call it that. The last dynamic exercise of the day will be next, and that'll be squats. Our last group of exercises is our isometric core work. All hold positions. 5 seconds. 3, 2, shake it out a little bit. Do the same if you need to. And let's squat. Again, don't get sloppy. Be mindful of that pelvic tilt forward. Don't do it. Just say no to the pink elephant in the room. Come up just shy of locking your legs out. That'll help keep that pelvis back just a little bit when you finish up the movement. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. The worst is over. We got 2 minutes of isometric hold core work. Hollow hold first, then a low plank, and then a high plank, and then a high five to send you on your way. Facebook Live tomorrow morning, 6:30, and then I'll post a workout for the weekend, either late Friday or early Saturday. And that one, and I'll remind you, I want you to print out the workout. I'll post it separately from the video. I'll post it with the video as well. And I'll post it separate from the video because you'll want something to refer to for that particular workout. All right, we are in a hollow hold in case you didn't know. I didn't say anything. $15 seconds to go here. We'll get into a low plank, forearm plank next. If you need that to be a high plank, go ahead and do a high plank. Modify as you need to get through these last 40 seconds, minute and 20 of work, 40 times 2. Low plank, again, open up those arms. Imagine you're trying to balance on railroad tracks. Keep everything tight. Again, pull your elbows in towards your core. Pull your pelvis towards your face. Keep it all tight. There's a big difference when you do that, when you mindfully keep everything tight. My legs were sagging. That means they weren't tight. All right, high plank position to wrap up your workout. Keep your head down, neutral spine. Good job with today's workout. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as you can enjoy a workout. No extra credit today. If you want to do something like that on your own, do some extra core work. You are free, of course, to do so. Your last 10 seconds is coming up. There it is. Again, Facebook Live, tomorrow morning, 6:30, and then look for your weekend workout posted sometime late Friday, early Saturday. You are done with your Thursday workout. Again, thank you guys all so much. Pay attention to your email for some news, hopefully, that we'll have coming up about our plans for the very near future. Enjoy your Friday Eve, guys. Thanks again. I will see you tomorrow morning, 6:30, bright and early, live.